What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of the Keeping It G podcast. I'm your host, G Baby. Of course, I'm back with my guys, Nigel and Dawson. How are y'all feeling today?
Good. How's everybody doing?
Can't complain. It's been a busy day, but nevertheless. If you guys are new to the channel, you know, we've got a lot of new followers, a lot of new subscribers. We appreciate every single one of y'all. If y'all could do us a favor, like the video, comment on the video, subscribe, turn on those notifications so you know when we go live, which will be every Tuesday. Hey, we got the NBA season coming around the corner. We might start adding a second show on Saturday for all you basketball fans. So please tap in, follow the Instagram, follow the TikTok, Keeping It G _podcast. We got daily content coming out just in case you missed some of the nastiness going on the show. It's just us three today, but we still gonna have a great show, great topics to get to. I want to get to the title of the show. You know, off the rip, Sunday Night Football. Kansas City Chiefs versus Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We saw what Mahomes possibly could have done with a healthy offensive line against that defense. We call him the best quarterback in the league for a reason. But the way, it was just different. You could tell he kind of took it a little personal. You could tell he was like, nah, let me remind y'all that I'm him. So I just kind of wanted to get y'all thoughts on the games. And basically, are the Chiefs still, even without Tyreek Hill, a couple injuries on their defense, are the Chiefs still the best team in the NFL, period? Whoever wants to go first.
My wife.
I'll go first since his Wi-Fi tripping. Hey, the best team in the NFL, I don't know about that, but I think they're the best team in the AFC right now. I don't think any team in the AFC is playing better than them as we speak. What really impressed me was the fact that the Chiefs could actually run the ball on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers front seven, because they're supposed to have the best front seven, stop the run, this and that, and they couldn't even do that. They were giving up 5 yards of carry to Clyde Edwards-Helaire and Isaiah Pacheco. It didn't matter who was running the ball. Their offensive line kind of manhandled the Bucs D-line, and that was surprising to me. But I know the Chiefs have a good offensive line, but that was still surprising.
Yeah, absolutely. Dang, I don't know what's going on with Nigel's Wi-Fi right now. Hopefully he can get that together. But just from my perspective, the way I feel, the Chiefs, unfortunately, I had doubts about them myself. I'm not going to hold you. I had doubts about them myself. I thought when they were coming out of the year, I just think they lost Tyreek Hill. Their defense really wasn't where I feel like it should have been. At least on paper, they lost pieces. They got Justin Reed, but like I said, I'm never gonna bank on a rookie. And then even the rookie they got, McDuffie. Yeah, shout out to them in El Paso, that whole family, love y'all. Even them, when they lost him, I think week 1.
Yeah,
they did.
And they also had that other rookie defensive end, George Karlaftis. He's been playing pretty good too.
He's been good.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm never gonna bank on a rookie. That rookies are always pretty much, I gotta see it first and then I'll make my judgment. But yeah, offense ain't missed a beat. They aren't missing Tyreek Hill at all. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, who I think is very much mid, has actually been playing good. So that the value with him is there. And if they could we always said, the Chiefs really just miss a run game. If they can get that going consistently, just imagine the possibilities where you actually got to start playing for the run. Andy Reid, second best coach in the NFL, because Bill Belichick still exists, but he might be the best right now. He might be the best. Granted, he's got weapons, so I'm not going to say that about. I'm not going to take the title from Belichick just yet, but.
Yeah, but the fact that the Chiefs' offense didn't miss a beat from the first game without Tyreek Hill, That's what impressed me the most.
And they're not even relying on Sky Moore, to be honest.
No, they're not even.
Like,
Mahomes is giving it's Kelsey number one, and then just distributing it to everyone else. Like
absolutely.
Yeah, they're using
Juju,
MVS like
MVS,
Like they're not even. I thought he was gonna be like their deep threat. They're like Tyreek Hill replacement. They're just using him underneath. They're using Juju underneath. That's the only probably the downfall. They just haven't had like the explosives down the field like they're used to having, obviously with Tyreek Hill. But I mean, if they could generate some of those, I mean, their offense is like borderline unstoppable. Their O-line, great. Their running game, they have like. Even besides Clyde, they've got what's that other guy?
Pacheco.
Pacheco.
And they also have McKinnon, right?
Jerick
McKinnon.
Yeah, so they've got a good rotation there.
Yeah, absolutely. So, obviously they still got a long way to go. Anything can happen, but we might be heading back towards the Chiefs-Bills rematch. AFC Championship or divisional round, depending on seeding.
If the Bills can't win this time, I don't know if they ever can, because that'll be 3 years in a row.
Yeah, the first year you think, okay, they weren't ready. The Chiefs just came off a Super Bowl. All right, cool.
Last year they choked. I don't care what anybody says.
The defense choked. Yeah, the defense.
You have the number one defense, quote unquote, the number one defense in the NFL.
For sure, the number one secondary. Yeah, like they had the number one secondary clear. And you can't hold it. If they don't win this time, no Tyreek Hill. Like, and their defense is improved as well. Run defense. I mean, I know they're missing Jordan Poyer or Micah Hyde, whichever one.
Micah Hyde's out for the year. He's out.
Yeah. And then Jordan Poyer, I don't know if he came back or he got put on IR.
I mean, I don't think he's on. He might be on the PUP list. I don't know.
Maybe,
I think what's his name is coming back this week though.
Trey White.
Trey White. I think he started on the PUP. The PUP's 4 weeks, right? Making sure the PUP's 4 weeks. PUP list.
Yeah. Your mic's kind of buzzing a little bit, Nigel. I don't know if that's the Wi-Fi or what. It's kind of like sounding a little Androidy. I'm gonna bring you out and bring you back. I'm gonna take you out and bring you back in a minute. See what happens.
My man said Androidy. That's funny.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but yeah. So like I said, we might be headed towards that rematch. There's a reason we call Patrick Mahomes the baby goat in the first place. So we gonna see what happens. Moving on. Nigel, talk real quick. See. Yeah, okay, you good. You muted still, so you...
Okay.
Yeah, you good.
That's better. All right, so moving on, and this was an interesting thing because this week, this team had by far the most points scored, probably the best overall production from the whole team. And we're talking about the Seahawks, man.
Yep.
Can the Seahawks make an upset and win this division? It might be an overreaction, but Rashad Penny, like... Whatever you want to say, they beat the Broncos week 1. And then they beat the Lions here, who I think are a good team, at least offensively.
The problem is their Lions defense is just terrible. It's just terrible.
But who have they lost to, though? Who are their 2 losses?
San Fran.
Which isn't a bad loss. That's a divisional game.
Yeah. You talking about Seattle? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man. They lost to Atlanta.
Oh, Atlanta. Yeah, they at home, too. They should.
Hey, but Atlanta just beat the Browns. Like, Atlanta's competing in these games, too. I don't think I think all of their games have been one possession, have they not?
Yeah, they have, because their 2 losses, their 2 losses were
1 point and 3 points or something like that.
And then like the Rams.
Yeah, the Rams were 6, so...
Yeah, they were down big, too, and they came back. They didn't quit. Exactly. So, hey, are the Seahawks... Maybe Geno is just better than what we thought. Maybe all them years sitting behind Russell Wilson. Yeah. You can learn something. You can definitely learn something sitting behind Russ. Hey, the fact that he's playing better than Russ through the first 4 games is funny as hell. It's funny.
What's going on, Simp? Shout out Simp in the chat. But
daily reminder for are the best team.
Yeah, he thinks that I did say if they got Jimmy G, I did say if Jimmy G was the starting quarterback, they'd be in a little Super Bowl contention. And I mean, we're gonna come on to that game in a minute. But
the 49ers really got the Rams number though.
They do. Hey, but the Seahawks.
The Seahawks play the Saints this week. That's a big game for your Saints and the Seahawks. I think it's bigger. I think it's bigger for the Saints though. It's a bigger game for the Saints.
Look, this is all I'm gonna say. Andy Dalton, the gingerbread man. That is who is going to lead us to the promised land. Andy Dalton, the gingerbread man. Man, our offense looks so good with him under center. He had a fumble that I didn't like, but the offense looks so much better. And this is with no Kamara and no MT. Like, oh my God. Like, I love Jameis. I do. But we have a win now roster. Honey Badger's getting older. Marshall, like all the Cameron Jordan's getting older. Demario Davis is getting older.
I found out today Michael Thomas was 29.
Yeah,
like it doesn't seem that way, but like,
yeah.
So like, come on, like it. And at this point in this season, we're not gonna tank.
No.
So play whoever gives you the best opportunity.
You guys can't take because that division is wide open.
Exactly.
Even though you haven't looked good, you're just one game back.
Yeah, and honestly, we shouldn't be one game back. We should be 3-1. We should be 3-1. Personally, the only loss I'll accept is the Bucs loss. I don't think the Panthers were better than us.
No,
I think the Falcons ones, like, now we're seeing how they playing throughout the season. So I'll say we underestimated them, but nevertheless we came through. And the Vikings weren't better than it. Took a double doink for us to not tie that game.
And your two best offensive players were out.
Exactly, and 2 bad calls, I would argue. That illegal hands to the face when they weren't even in field goal, that was on the shoulder. Like, they were just like, this is why I think refs like be in the parlays and stuff, because there's no way. There's no way. Like, there's no way.
Did you see
I did.
That was funny.
I'm like, there's no way. Like, y'all don't be in the like. Come on. Absolutely. So I think the Saints for sure, man. Just start Andy, man. Just start Randy. Put Jameis on the bench. Let him heal up that back. I don't want to say the back fractures are the reason he's not playing well, but at the end of the day, the offense has been looking real sluggish and real conservative. For whatever reason, with Andy Dalton, the offense didn't look that way. It did in the first quarter, but then they stopped. They fixed it. Olave, stud. Olave is trying to be the best receiver right now. Love that. I hate that we lost Latavius Murray, but nevertheless, I think.
How long is he out for, though?
No. He got signed to the Broncos. They signed him off our practice squad.
Oh, yeah. Oh, they need a running back, though.
Exactly. And I saw it, and I was like, dang, that makes sense. But, man, I was like, let Latavius Murray be the main guy of Kamara.
I mean, he did look better than
I can't even lie. The fact that Mark Ingram's on the team over him is just, that's Saints. He's been on the Saints.
Yeah, I was like, they love him there. They're not going to... Yeah. Like, even if he's RB3, they're not gonna put him on the practice squad. They're not.
And he's a good veteran guy to have too. He's been
absolutely. So, but if we don't win this game, man, I think it'll be worse if the Saints defense doesn't show up. Because if Andy Dalton just doesn't show up, then okay, you were a backup anyway.
I don't think the Seahawks will score more than 24 points this week. I really don't think.
I mean, we've held everybody. I mean, this Vikings team was the first one to drop more than 20, and they got a fumble in their own red zone. Like you get turnovers like that, it's not going to be pretty.
And the Vikings have weapons on offense too. It's not like
like you should be scoring more with Dalvin Cook, Alexander Madison, and Justin Jefferson.
Hey, but DK Metcalf, DK Metcalf.
I thought he got hurt. Didn't he get carted off the game?
No. That's because he had to go to. He had to take a two.
Wow. Okay.
He was like,
okay, Poppers. Okay, Poppers. Okay. Well, hey, look. Last time DK matched up with Lattimore, he had that one big play because Lattimore fell down and then got shut down the rest of the game. So we'll see. But if Marcus May doesn't come back, y'all know how I feel about PJ Williams. I think
that's your favorite player in the league.
I think he's trash. Yeah. He's trash. So if he's there, I don't know. But I don't think he played bad this last game. I think Adebo was getting cooked in the first half.
Adebo, yeah.
Adam Thielen was just getting everything on him, and I'm like, damn, Adebo, come on.
I think he got some penalties too.
Yeah. But I think Adebo will be fine. Again, if we get Marcus May back, just Kamara back. I think with Andy Dalton, will check down to Kamara a lot more. They don't really call plays specifically for the running backs when Kamara's not there, and. Mind you, MT wasn't there. So if Kamara's back, healthy, good, they'll call more plays specifically, to get him out and open. So hopefully that'll... Like I said, we just got to take it one game at a time. That's all we need. So, but yeah. Do y'all have anything else y'all want to talk about as far as the Seahawks go going forward? This game, like, do y'all think they can compete? I mean, Shoot, the way it's looking, all these divisions is wide open. Honestly,
They are right now.
I still think they're pretenders, though.
They are.
Oh, they're not like pretenders for what though? Like pretenders
they're winning
for the
the
playoffs?
division. No, winning the division.
Yeah.
Oh,
I know you want to hype them up. I still think they're pretenders.
Because my thing is like the Rams don't really look.
Yeah, but I think the 49ers got it this year.
Because you know who their quarterback is.
Yeah, that boy Jimmy G. Himmy G.
All right.
Hey, you see the way he was playing last week? I mean, yesterday? Yesterday?
He was cool. Yesterday was cool.
Yeah. He was looking like that top 15 quarterback. No. Talk about that top 15 quarterback you see over there.
Oh, can we talk about Matt Stafford, bro?
Yeah. That's exactly where we transitioning to. We staying in the NFC West. The Rams, man, like you call it Super Bowl hangover. I just don't think the team is that good anymore. They got names. They got names.
Everyone else is mid besides that big name.
Donald, Ramsey, Cup. We thought Stafford. Well, Stafford
looks
Stafford's
horrible.
still up, but like
he's not. He's still top 15 though. I do think I want to give him a pass for the 49ers because the 49ers have made him look bad. I think they swept him in the regular season last year.
But he's been bad all year though. It's not just the 49ers. He has more picks than touchdowns this year.
Does he really?
Yeah.
What's the touchdown ratio?
Like 3 to 4 or something.
Oh, that's still bad.
Maybe.
That's still bad though.
That is bad.
Like.
Yeah, that's tough. Excuse me. Oh my gosh, but
4 to 6.
My bad. No, it's 4 to 6. Yeah, it's not looking good for Stafford right now.
Rough. That is rough.
It's not looking good for Matt Stafford.
Man, maybe the Rams were one hit wonder, man. Maybe Aaron Donald might retire. Aaron Donald might retire.
Hey, if they're a one-hit wonder, it worked though because they ended up getting the ring.
Oh, it's worth it. Yeah, 100%.
Like the only real talk, the only good parts of this team is Cooper Kupp and Aaron Donald. That's it.
Ramsey. I would say so.
I would even say Jalen Ramsey ain't really playing like Jalen Ramsey.
Compared to the rest of that team, like you gotta
fair, but
did you see Debo's post on Instagram?
No.
Nah, what'd he say?
Just when the podcast is done, go look at it.
I'm gonna go look at it right now. You got me wondering.
He posted a bunch of slides and stuff, and then what's his name? Jalen Ramsey was saying some shit on Twitter.
Nice.
What do you say? See, look, man. The problem what I have with these like top dudes and stuff, you got to be able to take your L's gracefully. Like, there's great receivers in the league. Sometimes you're not going. He posted it on like his Instagram.
Instagram.
In his story or just
no, an actual post. I think it's 19 problems. I think
19. Yeah, that's his IG.
Oh, like of all his on the moments on the touchdown run.
Yeah, just look at it. And then he posted.
Oh, because he posted like Jalen Ramsey saying "I'm him."
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
Oh, that was him. I saw that on TikTok.
That's crazy. Wow. Hey, when you do that, man, hey, shout out to Debo. You gotta do what you gotta do, man. Shout out to Debo, but
hey, we're here for the negativity, man. That's what we're here for.
Hey, you don't want that to happen to you? Hey,
take the tackle.
Go win. Go win. Play better. But transitioning on, a couple more teams I want to talk about. So the Patriots. I know they didn't have Mac Jones, and then they lost Brian Hoyer in the middle of that game. But are the Patriots better than we actually think they are? Is my question to y'all.
I don't think so.
I think
they're about the same as how most of us looked at them, like in the preseason, like 8, 9-ish wins. They won't be bad, but they won't be nothing crazy. They won't be as good as last year. Like you still look at the division. Bills obviously are still better, and I'd say the Dolphins are still better than them. Like their defense looks a little bit better than I thought.
Are the Jets better than them?
No. You don't get points for beating the Steelers. I'm sorry. Neither.
What about beating the Browns with Joe Flacco?
They beat the Browns, yeah.
I don't know if you get points for that either.
Who are their two losses?
It's the Ravens and who did they lose to?
Bengals.
They played the entire
two good teams. Two good teams.
They played our entire division.
Hey, if they beat the Dolphins this week, they might be better than the Patriots.
We'll see.
I don't think they're gonna beat the Dolphins, but hey, It's the NFL, so you never.
Is it in Miami?
No, it's up in New York or New Jersey, wherever they play.
Oh damn. Okay. Yeah, they have a chance.
Just excuse me. My thing with the Patriots, I just saw the way they played against Aaron Rodgers. That game had to go to overtime with a rookie quarterback.
With Bailey Zappi.
Like, I'm sorry. I don't care what you want to say about those weapons. The Patriots were just locking up. Like, granted, the Packers offense, which I said after week 1, I said they were going to more often than not struggle. I said they were going to consistently struggle. They've been doing that. 3 out of 4 games now, I would say they've struggled. Their one game where I felt like they looked complete was against the Bears.
I would agree.
And it's the Bears. Like, this game, they struggled. Like, what was the score at halftime? Like 10-7? 13-7, something like that?
Something along those lines.
And, like, I genuinely feel if Mac Jones was there, they might lose.
Yeah.
Not gonna hold you.
Yeah, Mac Jones, yeah.
And so, like, we always say, Belichick is really great at taking away the thing you want to do the best. You know what I mean? Now, there was some plays where, like, I think Romeo Doubs' last touchdown, corner just sold. Like,
yeah.
He just sold. He just got beat. Like, you can't coach getting beat. Like, you just got beat. It is what it is. If you play a man up, you got to hope your guy wins. You know what I mean? But the Patriots, like, just after watching that game, watching the Ravens game, watching even week 1 against the Dolphins, like, low key, like, I mean, you could say this about every team, but if Mac Jones takes that, because he's hurt this year, like, with his back, so, like, I'm not really putting too much stock in what he does this year, because a back injury, I don't care how much you take off, that first time you come back, you're gonna have some discomfort. If Mac Jones takes that year 3 leap, like, the kind of leap where it was like, because he was the last quarterback, or like the 5th quarterback taken off the board, but we all probably thought he was better than Trey Lance, only just because D2.
He was more polished. Yeah,
more polished. And then who was the 4th quarterback taken?
Justin Fields.
Was he just who's? Zach Wilson's the one I'm thinking about. Yeah, Zach Wilson. Like, I think we all thought Mac Jones was better than him.
He was more polished than him coming out.
Yeah, so like,
pretty much everyone.
So if he takes that year 3 leap and he's still with Belichick, like, I think the Patriots can be better. It's just
they have to get him weapons though, bro. They gotta get some weapons.
Yeah, they just have ordinary.
I think they'll draft some.
Yeah.
I think now they folded on N'Keal Harry. Don't get me wrong, but they hit really good on Julian Edelman, Wes Welker. They've hit on weapons before. So they can. It's just they always got that big. They always got that big free agent though, and in these past years they've always had a tight end. Like, it was Aaron Hernandez and Rob Gronkowski. You know what I mean? And I would argue last year, I think Hunter Henry and Jonnu Smith were really good for them.
Hunter Henry, yeah, especially.
Yeah, so.
For the red zone.
Hunter Henry.
I mean, maybe not right now, but eventually they'll do what they need to do.
They play the Lions this week, so we'll see how good the Patriots are.
Ooh,
I don't know, because I think the Lions, even though their defense is like so bad right now,
historically bad.
I genuinely think they're still a good team though.
Yeah,
I think the Lions are.
They have an elite offense, which is crazy to say, but they do have an.
And they dropped 45 without their top 2 or 3 receivers, top running back and top 2 receivers.
Yeah.
Like TJ Hawkinson, it's like, oh, they're not here. Let me give it to my tight end, who's, I don't know, pretty good now.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, but another game I want to talk about, the Raiders. They finally won.
Finally get a win.
Finally won.
Told you.
Can they get it together though, man? Because, like, they won this game. You want to know why they won? Because I guess Josh McDaniels decided, hey, maybe we should run the ball. Maybe we should use this running back here. You know, that might be. And they did it on the Broncos, who I would argue is a really good defense.
Yeah.
It's just like, if you can run against them, why couldn't you run against the Cardinals? Why couldn't you run against the Chargers? You know what I mean? Why couldn't you? I think the Broncos, at least front 7 wise, were better than every team they played. Personally.
Maybe not the 49ers.
Outside of like maybe the.
Did the Raiders play the 49ers?
Oh, my bad. The Broncos played the 49ers. My bad.
No,
maybe the Chargers because Mac, Bosa were there.
Yeah, Mac and Bosa were there. Yeah.
Other than them, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so like if you can do it on them, I don't want to hear excuses about your O-line. I'm sorry. Run the ball. Stick with it.
That's a really important thing. Yes, stick with it because like you don't need to have like we talk about Josh Jacobs here all the time. He's cool. Like, he's cool. He's not, like,
middle of the pack.
Super elite. Yeah, he's middle of the pack, right? Their O-line, we talked about it last week. It's not great, right? But if you can establish the run, like, regardless of all that, and just make defenses, like, think that you're going to run the ball, that opens it up for, like, I know Renfro hasn't played, but you got Hunter Renfro, Devontae Adams, Darren Waller.
And they're feeding Mac Hollins.
And they're, well, right now, yeah, because...
don't get me started on that.
Renfro's hurt, but, like... I'm former Dolphin.
Bro was a bum on the Dolphins.
Hey, he made like a crazy special teams play too. He like make it easier for them, right? Don't make Derek Carr have to throw 45 times just for you to win a game.
And not throw a touchdown pass, mind you.
Right. So
he didn't throw a touchdown or a pick.
So like, just make it easier for them by running the ball. It's not some crazy concept. They're really just running up the middle. It's not like they're doing nothing crazy. They're just giving it to him and letting him get yards, and he's getting yards. So if they can continue that, they're fine.
And who's their backup running back? I know it's not Kenyon Drake still, is it?
No, it's
not. Is it the rookie from
Amir
Georgia?
Abdullah.
Oh, it's Amir Abdullah. I thought it was.
I just think you like get creative with the get creative with the run if you can't just go up the middle. Like get creative. Do some, like, you know, get your running back out of, maybe not Jacobs. Maybe you can do that with Abdullah.
Oh, it's Brandon Bolden.
Never mind. Never mind. Yeah, you're not doing that with Brandon Bolden. So, forget everything I just said. So, now, I wasn't going to put them in here, but I actually didn't want to talk about this team because I'm not going to lie. We spoke about the Rams earlier. There's a chance they might go 2-3.
Who do they play this week?
The Cowboys.
Tough game right there.
So I wanted to ask y'all, I think so. If the Cowboys manage to get this win and start off the season 4-1 with Cooper Rush, one, what does that say about the Cowboys?
That's an L.
And two,
that's basically a home game.
Do you start Dak Prescott when he gets back?
Maybe you ride it out. Maybe you like not ride it out the whole season, but maybe like, you know, with every win, you're like, yeah, you could just sit another week. You know what I mean?
Fire. Hey, I might start using that. Hey, Eduardo, I think I'm gonna start using that now. I'm not gonna hold you. I think I'm gonna put that in my intro now. Like no cap, Eduardo. That is fire. I'm giving you your credit. That is 100% your idea, but I'm gonna steal it.
Yo, that's hilarious.
But no, what were you saying?
I think like maybe you prolong how long he's sitting out, right? Like let's say they beat the Rams. I assume he's not playing this week. Mm-hmm. So, let's say they beat the Rams. He could sit another week, depending on who they play. Maybe come back after the bye, depending on who their bye is.
So the argument about him starting is, well, Dak gets paid too much money not to start, right? But 21 years ago, Drew Bledsoe was getting $100 million. He got hurt. Tom Brady came in, and the rest is history. I'm not saying.
Well, they had a competent quarterback. They had a competent coach, though. This is Mike McCarthy.
Yeah, but I do think the Cowboys' defense is pretty damn good. They will keep them in games. They will keep them in the games.
Like, I low-key think Micah Parsons is about to have a field day on Matt Stafford.
Oh, I think. Oh, yeah.
Oh my God.
He's going to kill.
How many sacks did 49ers have?
A bunch. They had
like 5 or 6, right?
Yeah.
I think they had 7. Yeah, it was crazy.
I just think if Micah Parsons can't get off, like that's more on the Cowboys than anything. Because I don't think Cooper Kupp is getting shut down. Allen Robinson's getting put in the box.
We saw Von Miller week 1. What he did to the Rams.
Von Miller at all.
Yeah. Imagine what Micah Parsons and Marcus Lawrence and them boys can do.
Yeah, absolutely. So, like, do you bring, like obviously, trolling aside, we know Dak Prescott is it. we know he's better than Cooper Rush, like clearly.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's just I'm shocked that they're 3-1 right now. Honestly, like the Bengals one was the real big shocker because I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, you beat. I did not think Joe Burrow was gonna come in here and lose
After losing
to the Steelers.
Yeah, absolutely. And then who they went and played the Giants, right? Was it the Giants? And like it was a close game, but it was a divisional game. Defense is better.
And it was on the road too. Anytime you get a road win, it's
Yeah. And then this week they just this week who did they
Commanders.
Yeah, the Commanders. So like you could say like whatever wins, but at the end of the day
They are wins. I think
like with Dak Prescott here, okay, maybe I could see the 3-1. But everybody thought they were dead in the water with Cooper Rush coming in as the quarterback. So like, and I'm not gonna lie, like even the Bucs game, like they got held to 3, sure, but that wasn't. The defense did good against the Bucs.
They did. The defense has played good every game. They played good every
game. So I would low-key want to see what the Cowboys' next couple of games are because they might. I think they can low-key get away with like 6-1. 7-2.
Well, they play the Eagles right after the Rams.
That's gonna be the test for
Cooper. For the defense though, because I'm assuming they want to bring Dak back for the Eagles game.
Yeah, that's what
I'm assuming.
The plans were. That's what they were.
Yeah, so if we're doing it like that, right? So if they can get out of a win with the Eagles, you know what I mean, and they start off 5-1, low key, because I'm looking at the schedule. So they play the Rams this week, right? And then they play the Eagles. If they can win those 2 games, or even start off 4-2. Just split that, right?
Yeah.
They play the Lions, Bears, Packers, Vikings, Giants, Colts, Texans. And then they have like a semi-hard stretch down at the end. But that little stretch right there, I think they can beat the Lions because their defense, I don't think they're going to let the Lions just go off like that. Toad! Hey, I did not know that was your real name.
Yeah, that's Toad.
Yeah, I did not know that was your real name. Fire. So they play the Lions, they can beat them. They're going to beat the Bears. They can low-key sneak one on the Packers if Dak Prescott is bad.
Low-key. But how good the Cowboys defense is?
Yeah, I mean, we do talk about people having people's numbers. The Packers do have the Cowboys' number. But either way, a time where we thought the Cowboys might win 9-10 games, low-key can turn into 12. Low-key
can turn like last year, but we thought they got worse. So it's like,
yeah, I mean that's fair, but I think this defense is better than what it was last year.
It was really the offense that was the question because Gallup injured, Cooper gone.
Last year, I believe they had the number 1 offense. I believe they did.
They had the best scoring offense.
Scoring.
Yeah, they did.
So yeah, hey, that's not gonna be a crazy thing to see. I'm not gonna hold you.
Yeah.
All right. So let's. Oh, did y'all have any other games y'all wanted to talk about, discuss? Something that like really caught y'all eye or wanted to discuss. I mean, I already talked about the Saints. Think we should be 2-2 right now, but hey, double doink. What are you gonna do? Randy, Andy.
I changed my predictions. Right, I changed them right before the season because I had the Cowboys in the playoffs and I had the Saints barely out, and I flipped it. I flipped it before the season started. I was like, "Yeah, the Saints."
I don't think a lot of people expected Jameis to be this bad. Like, okay, you can expect the turnovers, but you thought the offense would at least be moving the rock.
He's looking like 2019 Jameis, bro. It's just.
But without the big plays, at least 2019 Jameis would give you some of that stuff down the field.
Well, Toad had a question. I know we spoke about them earlier. But do you think?
I think they can turn it around. I think the Broncos are in a more panic mode than the Raiders. If we're comparing those two.
That's interesting.
Because at least with the Raiders problem, we know what it is. It's the O-line.
Yeah.
And the defense isn't really playing like it should have been. The Broncos, it's like
a whole offense.
How do you fix that problem? Like, yeah, they lost Javonte, but how do you fix Russ playing bad?
Yeah.
Like
I will
you
say
just
this,
paid
Russ-
$245 for him.
And it was like 175 guaranteed too.
Russ wasn't bad against the Raiders, which is
No, he wasn't
kind of
bad,
tough. But
but-
like
And now
It is the Raiders.
Javonte's out for the year, so
now Melvin Gordon about to get crazy.
Oh my gosh, he about to lead. He about to break the record for most fumbles in the NFL season, bro. I'm not gonna hold you. Oh my, he's fumbled like every game, right? Like every single game, he has a fumble. I think he's like 4 fumbles. Like,
oh my god.
oh my goodness, bro.
It's crazy. It's actually crazy.
What's the thing? There's 3 things guaranteed in life: death, taxes, and Melvin Gordon fumbling in the red zone, bro.
That's facts.
Oh my goodness, that man. Like 4 fumbles, bro, in 4 games. That's OD. And you think the coach would stop giving it to you after the 3rd one or the 2nd one? Like,
So now he has no choice. Now he's
got no choice because
Hey, Latavius Murray season.
low key he should start. Low key, Latavius Murray should start.
His old ass should honestly start, bro.
Better than what Melvin Ingram doing.
Mike Boo.
But if y'all ain't got no other games to go to, then we'll go ahead and this is probably gonna be a short podcast. I'm not gonna hold you. But we are going to do our MVPs of the week. For those of you who didn't watch last week where we introduced it, or if you don't know what it is, MVP of the week, we basically look at all the games. We just tell y'all who we think had the best performance out of everybody. Or, it can be like a performance that may not have been the best, but was definitely exceeding of expectations. Just somewhere in that realm. So we're going to do Nigel, then Dawson, then me. So I want to hear y'all's MVP of the week.
MVP of the week. Give me. Damn, this is actually tough this week. Last week I had, should I be lame and just give it to like Patrick Mahomes or something? I don't know. Patrick Mahomes, the first half of him, like that was just like one of the best halves of the whole year.
Yeah,
the second half he kind of tailed off. Because they were like winning, they were running the ball. He didn't really have to do much. But that first half, I mean, he looked pretty much unstoppable. And it didn't help that the Bucs were just like giving them possessions, like fumbling the opening kickoff and things like that. But yeah, Patrick Mahomes was crazy last week, so I'm gonna give it to him.
Absolutely.
So my MVP of the week is actually Geno Smith.
Fire.
They didn't punt all game. He led the offense to 48 points. I know Goff threw a pick 6, so really 41 points, but that's still over 40. They won the game. Geno Smith's been playing them better than Russell Wilson this season, the guy they took over, and took 2 first-round picks from the Broncos. And the way the Broncos are looking, those are about to be top 15 picks. So, hey, shout out to Geno Smith.
Absolutely. Real quick, I just want to shout this out because this was funny. Matt Stafford for the Niners. Yep. That's for sure their MVP.
I wanted to say their safety, but I don't know how to say his name.
Yeah, I don't know how to say his name either.
But he's a dog.
Yeah. So for me, this might be a little lame, but my MVP of the week is Austin Eckler.
Okay.
We have been waiting all year for him to return to his form, and I think he was the main catalyst for them winning this game against the Texans. Now, the Texans did start scoring in the second half, 17 points in the second half. I mean, the Texans don't have a bad offense. But the reason why I wanted to go Eckler instead of Herbert is because we finally saw Eckler be that dual threat rushing and receiving that made them so dangerous last year. Like we said it last week, why is Eckler only getting 4 carries in a game where your quarterback has hurt ribs and you don't have your number 1 weapon? Now, Mike Williams, he did get 7 catches for 120 yards. Shout out to him. He had a good game.
Oh, your boy Mike Will?
Yeah. As he always does. He'll have a good game then a terrible game. That's why Mike Will is the most inconsistent receiver on the planet. He's not top 30. Anybody who thinks he is, think you're smoking. But like Eckler, 109 total scrimmage yards, 6 catches, 13 carries, 3 touchdowns in total. That is what made them so effective last year. That is what made them such a problem. And they have not been doing that these first 3 games. The Jaguars game, that was crazy. They played good against the Chiefs, but, that pick 6 hurt them. Week 1 they won, cool. They're finally back to 500. I think this was important for them to really establish, like, all right, you might have struggled the first couple of weeks, but hey, we're back at where we need to be. So Austin Eckler is my MVP because I think he has to be the engine that lets these Chiefs go. Like, Herbert can do whatever he wants, passing the ball. If Eckler's not getting going in both parts of the game, they're not the same team. So shout out to Austin Eckler. So with that MVP, now to the newly named, we are going to go Bozo of the week. So same concept.
Bozo.
Same concept. Who you think, was trash, underperformed, was just dumb. Like, however you want to interpret that. Bozo of the week.
Bozo of the week. Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz is just, I don't know. I watch him. He just does not smart things. Like, he plays like a bozo. I don't know how else to describe him. Like, he's got talent. Like, everyone knows he's got talent, but he does weird things.
So
he throws just, I don't know. He's reckless.
And
reckless.
we've seen
sometimes it works, but when it doesn't, it looks so bad. And mostly it just has not worked, and it's looked horrible.
And we've seen him do it. Like, even these first 2 games, it was like, oh, okay, Carson Wentz, hey, you learning.
Oh,
then,
G baby, you know what we forgot to talk about? Tua's injury.
Yeah, we'll get on to it after that. We'll get, because it's a little more serious.
How did I forget?
Yeah.
I did want to say that.
But I got a bozo. I like the comment though. Dolphins doctor is a bozo for sure.
That's a great pick.
That's a great. But Aaron Glenn, the defensive coordinator for the Detroit Lions, bozo of the season so far. There's no way that the Lions players are this bad for them to be the worst defense in NFL history so far. I have to blame that on the coach.
That would be something the Lions would do, though. If there's any team that's going to be the worst defense in NFL history, it would be the Lions.
It would, but I just don't think their personnel is that bad. They're bad, but the worst in NFL hit. We're talking about 0-16 Browns, 0-16 Lions. Like, there's been some bad football teams, and I just don't. Aaron Glenn got to go. He got to get canned, bro.
How long has he been there? Has he been there the whole time?
I think this might be.
Campbell
Yeah, I think so. This is a second year. But how did you get worse?
I don't want to get rid of him just yet.
No.
Just yet.
Because you can still give him another 4 weeks. If it's still god awful,
nah, I think I give him one more. Like, I let him ride out this season.
Oh, no, G-Baby, that's perfect. Because if you can't stop Bailey Zappi and the Patriots, you're not stopping anybody. You're not stopping anybody. If you can't stop an offense led by offensive coordinator Matt Patricia.
Then
you got.
And they dropped 28 on the Ravens, though.
I don't care.
They dropped 24 on the Packers.
Bailey Zappi's playing. I don't care. I don't care. If you can't stop them, you can't stop anybody.
Oh, that's funny.
You can't stop them.
That was a great pick. Oh, why am I yawning? I apologize. Oh, that was a great pick. I'm stuck between these two, so I might give you both of them.
Just give them.
Go ahead.
So my first bozo of the week is the Bears.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, they are a bad team. If they don't end up with the first overall pick, that is beyond me. I'm not gonna hold you. Like, if they're not the worst team, and then I think that is a shame to whoever is the worst team in the NFL. If the Bears have a better record than you, that's how I genuinely feel. But the bigger bozo that I really want to talk about are the Browns.
Oh man.
Like, I get it. The Falcons have been playing competitive, but come on. Amari Cooper, 1 catch, I think. Didn't he only have like 1 catch? Like, I get AJ Terrell is good, but come on, bro. Like, come on, bro. I think they were down 10-0 at one point. Like, I'm sorry, bro. Like, I get Jacoby Brissett, he ain't the greatest thing since sliced bread, but y'all can't be wasting 100-yard games from Nick Chubb, bro.
They should still be winning even with Jacoby.
They let the Falcons run for 202 rushing yards on that defense.
Hey, I know
I understand Myles Garrett wasn't there.
but that's terrible. That's
202 yards.
Because the
And it wasn't even the Cordell. Cordell had 38. They let Algier go for 84. They let Algier average 8 yards a carry.
Yeah, he's.
They let Huntley average 5 yards.
Huntley,
a carry.
wait, who the hell is that?
Caleb Huntley, their third stringer, bro. They're a third stringer. Exactly. And he went off for 10.56. Like Cordell Patterson, even before 10 rushes. 10 rushes, 56 yards.
I thought you said 150. I was about to say.
No.
Yeah, but 10 for 56 is still 5.5. Like,
Yeah, but like Mariota had 139 passing. He went 7 for 19.
He only threw the ball. That's bad.
So bad.
And y'all lost the game, bro?
That's bad.
That's a problem. That's a problem. Like that. Like I said, that's just a problem. Like Njoku did great. Donovan Peoples-Jones had a good game. Amari Cooper, he had 4 targets, 1 catch for 9 yards.
Right? You know he disappears on the road. That's his MO.
I mean,
homie's great.
You know what? Even with that, Mariota threw for 139 yards and y'all lost the game.
Oh my gosh.
Mariota's just a bridge quarterback for you drafting your franchise guy. That's all.
Desmond Ridder, right?
They just need to put in Ridder.
Yeah, honestly, just put in Desmond Ridder because let's be honest, Mariota's not the reason they won that game.
Because you're not gonna be good. You're gonna be probably a top 5 pick. You need to know if Ridder's good or not to see.
Yeah, because didn't they waste a 2nd-round pick on Ridder? So you
I thought it was 3rd.
2nd or 3rd round pick.
Yeah, I thought it was 3rd.
Yeah.
Yeah. Still, you could still get a good player in the 3rd round, like
just
defense.
See if he's good.
Yeah, you got to see if he can play.
Yeah, absolutely. How far the Houston Oilers? Oh my gosh.
Oilers.
That's yeah. So those are my bozo for the week. So before we get into talking about Tua, because that'll probably be the last thing we do, I want to know who y'all think for week 5. We should be putting on upset alert.
Give me 1 second to check the games.
Because for me, I think the team that's gonna be on upset alert for sure is the Rams. Okay. I think the Rams for sure.
Yeah, the Rams are favored by 4.5. So okay.
I think the Rams are for sure going to be on upset alert because their O-line is not good, and I think the Cowboys defense is going to have a field day. A field day on them. I'm not going to hold you.
I'm sorry. To be honest, the Saints should kind of be.
Are we favored?
Yeah, 5.5.
Damn.
Y'all I hate to say it, but the Seahawks, we saw how their offense was. They can run the ball.
I just think the Lions' defense was horrible. I think the Saints.
That's true.
I don't know if people is gonna like this, but I think the Ravens are on upset alert versus the Bengals.
I don't hate that at all.
I think
that's not crazy.
The Ravens' defense hasn't looked good. Their DBs have looked a little shaky. Marcus Peters and Harbaugh.
If Jamar Chase can't go off against this defense, I don't want to hear.
He has to. Come on.
He has to.
Hey, T. Higgins can go off though.
We want to talk. Hey, G baby, you want to talk about Mike Willen inconsistent? Jamar Chase is inconsistent as hell too.
Hey, that's not.
People don't like to hear it because he's a rookie and had 1,400 yards, but he's.
And he can gritty. That's what it is. He can gritty.
Yeah. Hey,
people like the flash.
Yeah. That's why they love Zach Wilson. They saw him gritty.
Yeah, hey, I'm not gonna lie. Dolphins might be on upset alert too. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm not gonna hold you. Like, don't get me wrong. We can easily come back here next week and be like, yeah, it's the Jets. Oh well.
Yeah.
But
the Jets have momentum though. Anytime they win a game, they have momentum.
And I just think eventually Elijah Moore is gonna start, breaking out. They got Garrett Wilson. Corey Davis looks healthy. And Tyler Conklin. Yeah, oh my gosh. And Tyler Conklin is looking real good right now.
I got a question for both of y'all. Since Toad was talking about his Raiders, do the Raiders have any chance of beating the Chiefs on Monday night?
None.
No, they're going to get those.
Zilch. Okay. Zilch. They're getting.
Sorry, Toad.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, nah. They're going 1-4.
The game is in Kansas City, so yeah.
They're getting torched.
Prime time? Monday night.
Oh, that's a Monday night game?
Yeah.
Sorry, Derek Carr.
Go look at the Raiders-Chiefs games last year. Go look at both of them. They weren't close. It was horrible. And it's a Raiders team that made the playoffs. It wasn't close.
The Chargers always play the Chiefs close, though. They've been playing them close for a
They
minute.
do. Even when
This
they
year,
weren't
that
as
pick
good.
six, yeah, even when they weren't as good, because ever since Mahomes, I think Mahomes was golfing with like Brady and them, and then someone asked like about Justin Herbert, and he said, "Who is that?" Like jokingly, and then ever since then,
I do remember.
the Chargers took it personally. Ever since he said,
They beat him last year.
Yeah, they beat
Well,
him.
remember, did you see that clip where Mahomes was trying to talk to Herbert and Herbert kept ignoring him?
Yeah,
He's like, yo, Justin. He's just...
Yeah, Justin Herbert got his ego hurt when Mahomes said, "Who is that?" I'm trying to tell
that's wild. Like, acting like you don't know who Herbert is. Like, he's not a top 5 quarterback.
Like, he wasn't he Rookie of the Year? Yeah, he was definitely Rookie of the Year. Yeah,
for sure he was.
Because he said that. Yeah, he said that after Herbert won Rookie of the Year. Like, oh yeah, who is that?
Oh yeah, that's wild.
Yeah,
that's wild.
That is wild.
I'm not gonna hold you. That's wild.
His first game was against you. Come on now.
Oh my God, yo!
And they almost won.
Herbert went crazy that game. I was watching it.
Yeah, because I remember it was like 30 minutes before the game. Oh, Tyrod Taylor's not playing. Punch your lung. And I'm sitting here because I was a big Tyrod guy.
Yeah,
and I was like, dang, man, Tyrod can't catch a break. So I'm just like, well, so much for that.
Hey,
and Herbert come out flinging that thing. I'm like,
bro, speaking of Tyrod can't catching a break, he gets in for Daniel Jones and then gets a concussion.
And gets hurt again.
Like,
yeah, and Tyrod need to hang it up, bro. I love you, bro, but you need to hang it up. I'm not gonna hold you. You need to hang it up because he keeps getting unlucky, bro. Like he cannot catch a break.
Yo, I don't know if you saw when he got hurt, they put Saquon Barkley at quarterback because
I did see.
Yeah. Hey, do what you got to do. They won the game.
Yeah, the Bears.
Do what you got to do. But before we go, I think it is important to touch on it. Dawson, you're absolutely right. The situation going on in Miami. So if you guys don't know, well, you should know unless you've been living under a rock.
Yeah, everybody.
They fired the doctor. The NFL fired the doctor.
NFL did, yeah.
Because honestly, it's a bad look, and I think everybody can agree. Like, even if you put him back in to play that game, cool. On a short week, you don't need to play it. Like, I get you want to win every game,
and you know what made no sense, G baby. My bad for interrupting.
But no, you good.
On Monday, the day after the game, he wasn't in concussion protocol,
which is wild.
That's why when I said, I thought it was his back injury, because I first said there's too much CTE research for them to put him back in the game, and they did put him back in the game.
That's what I thought too. To be honest,
that's why I thought it was his back, because I was like, there's no way they ran him back in the game with concussion, and they did. They clearly did. I was wrong. I was listening to the dumb doctors that faked this back injury to make it seem like that. But
and this is now the second thing with that organization. First, it was the tampering with the Brady and, Sean Payton and all that.
But this is way worse.
I know. For sure this is way worse. But now this is the second time your organization is in the headlines because you guys aren't... Like, first it's breaking the rules. First it's just breaking the rules, just point blank period, however you want to slice it. And this one is putting a player's health at risk.
Yeah.
Like, especially because... And I'm going to take it a different route in a second. First off, player safety should be the most important thing. Like, the way I feel, even if you ran him back into that game, fine, he should not have been playing Thursday. The way I look at it, you escaped with a win. They had 40 minutes of possession time and you escaped. You can afford a loss. You can afford a loss on a Thursday.
You can afford that. You can literally argue that's the Dolphins' biggest win in 20 years.
In a while.
Yeah, you could. Yeah. So, like, the way I feel, like, you should not be... Like, for a Thursday night game against... Like, you already 3-1. The worst thing you can do is be tied in your division. That's the worst thing that can happen.
And in the standings wise, the Dolphins are still first in the AFC
because they have the tiebreaker. So the way I feel, I get it. It was in Dolphins one sense Chiefs. Where it's
Dolphins. Okay, yeah.
I get it in one sense where it's like you never know what's gonna happen, but you even from a PR standpoint, just don't play Tua for this game. Yeah. Even from like optics level, just be like, hey, he was good to go, but because they kept calling it a back injury. Yeah, he's got back and all that. Let's just set him out for a week. Just to be safe. That's all you had to do, and honestly, no.
Week.
Exactly.
If it was a Sunday, maybe.
Because usually, let's just say he really did have a concussion, you can get cleared by Saturday.
For sure.
But on a Thursday, That's tough.
Too quick. That's such a quick time.
I got
Exactly.
a question for you guys. Do you think that Tua could have been cleared by Sunday, and they just said no, you're not playing because what's going on?
That's probably would have been the best option.
Let's
just say.
No, I'm talking about. They already ruled Tua out. I'm saying.
Oh.
Did you think that if he passed all these, just because of the backlash everyone would give them? That's what I think.
Well, that could be.
Quick. They ruled him out yesterday.
Yeah, they ruled him out yesterday.
Players are not ruled out.
They should have ruled him out after the game.
Yeah.
If somebody said, "Do you think he's gonna play next week?" No.
There was good signs though that I saw that they did an MRI on his brain and it came back negative.
I don't care. No.
Oh no! I'm saying he's not playing, but there was good news coming out.
Yeah, but the fact that they waited too long, to rule him out. The second I saw this, he's not playing next week. No, I don't care what's going on. He's not playing for the next 2 weeks. He's not playing for the next 2 weeks.
Oh, and what I was gonna say is the Dolphins actually the easiest part of our schedule is coming up. I'll give you the games. They play the Jets. And then it's Teddy Bridgewater reunion versus the Vikings in Miami. Then they're home to the Steelers. Sorry, Nigel, but they're home to the Steelers.
That's fine.
And then they're at Detroit and at Chicago.
Yeah, just start Teddy all of them.
At worst, they can lose one of those games. At worst.
And then the game I hope he comes back for would be November 13th, which is a month and a week from now, home to the Browns.
There you go.
And if you don't want to play him then, they play the Texans after. You don't have to play him then. And then December 4th, you're at the 49ers. And you're going to need him.
And that's going to be important.
That's like a 2.5 month break. If he can't come back after 2.5 months, he's not going to play the rest of the week.
Let him chill, man.
Yeah, and I actually want to take this another route too.
Okay.
And I don't know, I've never really came out and said it, and I don't know how people are going to feel about it. Tua better not sue this team.
What you mean?
Like, if Tua tries to, get money off of them and, sue,
I don't think he
I'm not going to lie, I'm not going to like Tua for it. Because I don't think Tua was back there saying, I can't play, don't put me in.
No.
Exactly.
As a Dolphins fan, Tua literally, this is the most insane thing. He told Mike McDaniel on the plane, I want to play versus the Jets. He said that. And he's like,
I saw that.
You got to get your head right first, bro. We got to,
Yeah, and my thing is, if he was itching to, no, don't take me out.
Yeah.
Don't then turn around and try to sue if you get in trouble. Or because it backfired, basically. Now, I don't think he would, but I just wanted to put that out because I know, when we were talking, amongst, friends and stuff, they were saying, oh, hey, Tua, he about to get that bag.
Yeah.
No, the fuck he not. He wanted to get in that game just as much as the doctors probably wanted to put him in.
If he didn't want to play, they wouldn't have played him.
And I guarantee you there was pressure from up above, too. I'm not going to lie. The upper management of Miami gets no benefit of the doubt.
But the
Zero
problem
benefit of the doubt.
But the problem is the upper... Who's the owner?
Steve
Ross. He's suspended right now. So who's running the show?
Hey, whoever's running the show, they probably all in cahoots, bro.
Yeah.
I don't care if Steven Ross is suspended. Not a single decision is getting made without him knowing.
For sure.
So also, even if it's not him and it's the GM, I'm pretty sure the GM and the coach were I don't know about Mike McDaniel, but I'm pretty sure the GM was like, hey, we need to win this game. If he can play, you better.
Of course, you know how they are. But I also got a question. I've heard some people say his career is over, this and that. Do you guys think his career is over? I personally don't.
If his career was over, he wouldn't be in the position to come back in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Honestly, when I saw them fingers crossed, I think we would have known that night. I
really thought he was paralyzed.
I think we would have known that night whether or not he was ready to come back or not.
Yeah, because
if he was done, we would not be having a conversation about him coming back.
Because I see a bunch of Twitter doctors saying, "Oh, his career's done," and I'm just like, it's Twitter,
I mean, in fairness, the CTE guy or the guy who introduced
I saw that
ain't never played or never watched football ever. So people are gonna say that regardless. Doctors are gonna be on one side.
And it's not just him who got a concussion. There's so many concussions that happen every week. Let's just be honest.
Yeah, but I feel like
it was a primetime game. Everybody saw it, and how bad it was. That's what it was. Because I don't know if you guys heard, but Cameron Brate had a concussion, came back in the game, and then left. versus the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Oh, against the Chiefs? I'm
Yeah.
gonna lie.
Yeah, I heard about that. I didn't see it, but I heard about that. But yeah, man, like concussions are important. Like you hear stories all the time about people.
I think the
You know,
protocol is flawed. I think the concussion protocol
No, it's
is
definitely
flawed.
flawed.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
definitely
So flawed.
And you hear about people all the time where like they've got their bell rung and been perfectly fine, but then they'll feel it to the next day. I'm sorry. I honestly, just as a precaution, if you get hit on the ground and you stumble on your way back, you're done.
Oh, you done, bro.
You're done.
You're done. I'm not taking the
can't
risk.
play
I don't
for
care.
4 days.
I don't care what test you're telling me you passed. You're done.
Yeah. I just
You're
think
done.
I just think it's nasty that they try to say it was a back injury. That's what pissed me off the most.
Yeah, and it sucks because I know you really wanted to believe that.
I did.
They
I
did,
went
yeah.
on because when I went on Gridiron. I said, "There's no way they put him back in with the concussion, with the CT research and all that stuff going on." I did not want to believe
But
it.
they actually did, and that's
But
the
they
problem with
actually-
the
in the end.
organization.
Yeah, bro. Just this is why we're bozos. This is why we're a bunch of bozos and haven't won a playoff game in 22 years.
Hey man, hey, it's about to be 23. But hey,
Hey yo!
hey, but we gonna go ahead and get out of here, man. Light show today, nothing crazy. In about 2 weeks or so, we gonna come back on here. I'm gonna give y'all my updated, quarterback rankings, receiver rankings. Somebody might have moved up. Some
Hey, every
people
week,
might have moved down.
every week, in a couple weeks, we should go quarterback, running back, tight end, receiver, corner.
Yeah.
I'm down.
I love that. I love that. So we gonna start at week 6.
Yeah.
We gonna
Week
start at
6,
week 6. So
yeah.
I'm telling y'all right now.
There's some guys like Russell
You not
Wilson.
gonna like you. I was about to say you not gonna like where I put certain people. So yeah, he gotta go. But I
Russell
appreciate.
Wilson and Matt Stafford.
Oh yeah, Trevor Lawrence.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
You might have to.
Hey, I might even
Kenny
give AJ
Pickett?
Brown. Stop. I might even give AJ Brown some love too.
Hey, Geno
Nigel,
Smith
I
about
might
to
even
get some
give-
crazy love.
Hey, also too, let Andy Dalton start for these next 2 games.
Oh
that we win.
my.
Andy Dalton is going
Hey,
crazy.
hey, don't let Cooper Rush go crazy these next 2 weeks, boy.
5-0.
Don't let
Hey.
Cooper Rush go 5-0.
Hey, he might be better. Never mind. I'm gonna save it. I'll save it. Hey, but just know the gingerbread man, Andy Dalton. That is my guy. But we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up, man. Appreciate y'all for tuning in, everybody in the chat. If you guys are watching on replay, again, like, comment, subscribe, turn on those notifications. We're going live every Tuesday. Like I said earlier, basketball is around the corner. So you might start seeing a second so. We just got to kind of work out, times and stuff. Because, I got a Nuggets agenda to push. I got to make sure y'all don't forget that Karl Anthony Towns is a top 30 NBA player. So, got to make sure y'all remember this
He's
stuff.
he's not even the best big man on his own team, but that's
He's not even the second best
not.
player on his team either. But hey, we gonna say that for we gonna say that for another time. But again, appreciate y'all for tuning in. Follow the TikTok, follow the Instagram, keeping it G_podcast, daily content there.
hitting the G spot.
Hitting the G. Hey, again, Toes, shout out to that. Welcome to the G spot, man.
Gotta use it.
Exactly. That is fire.
That's fire. That's so funny.
Hey, but appreciate y'all, man, and we will catch y'all next time.
Oh, that's funny.